Hey guys, I'm Joey Rozier. This is Get to Know Jesus in 5 minutes. Got a little scenery change. Um, get to that story later. That's a long story. That's a good one. I'll have it up on video one day soon. Today, Unbelief Part 2, or the finale. I left you off with the 12 spies coming back from the Promised Land. 10 had negative reports, 2 had the good reports. I want to finish up the story with that. Why did God put the giants in the Promised Land to begin with? Because when he sent his children to take the land, only he could get credit. They had to have God to win the land. That's why he had the giants laid there, and he made them walk out their faith and see the big 9-foot, 10-foot tall giants, and they were scared. Now, here's a funny story to that. Once they were able to take the land, which they did, it took 2 of the 10 to make the others believe, or to make Aaron and Moses believe that they could do it. They did. They took it. And guess what they got? They got mansions. How big are giants' beds? Some were 13 foot long and 6 foot wide. Ceilings had to be 25, 30 feet just to house them. So when the Israelites did take it, guess what? They got themselves a couple mansions. That's a good story. And that's why I wanted to start off with it. I didn't want to finish it the other night and keep the video long. Let's move to the next one. I know when we read over about the deadly sins, we hear of hands that shed innocent blood. We hear about murder. Well, murder can come from a couple different ways. We can do it physically. Like I told you in other videos, we can speak it. We can murder somebody's spirit. Here's one for you. 2 Samuel chapter 11, David and Goliath, speaking of that. And this is King David. He's grown up. He's a grown man. He wants one of his general's wives. Her name's Bathsheba. You read the story. It's a great story. Keep this short. He pens a letter to Joab and tells him to put Uriah, the husband of Bathsheba, whom he wants to be with his wife, to put him in the front lines, and then put him in the front lines where the enemy is. Make sure that he's in the front. Then pull your troops back from Uriah so he's by himself so he can be killed. And this is the same David that is going to reign in heaven and be one of the patriarchs of the Bible. So there's nothing you can do that will deter you, God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit from loving you. Nothing. If that guy can get into heaven by pulling the stunts he did and other characters in the Bible that do their things, then you can too. There's nothing impossible that he cannot make, that he cannot overcome. And that's the moral of all these deadly sins. There's only one that's unforgivable, and that's blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. But even unbelief can be turned around. All the other ones can be turned around. But if you do not believe in the Holy Spirit, and you have to have the Holy Spirit to walk out a faith-like life with Christ, then there's a nice pit waiting with some fire around it. That's point blank. Let's finish with the murder of the spirit. We can write it. We can actually do it with our hands. But a lot of this with the hands that shed innocent blood is, I want to talk about abortion real quick. I'll probably do another study, but I just wanted to just get this out. If people have done this, it's okay. You're not going. There's not punishment for it. We'll have to answer for it, but you need to find Jesus before you have to answer for it. But I heard this over the weekend. I thought I'd share it with you. I thought it made a lot of sense. There's only one Martin Luther King Jr. You agree with that? There's only one Einstein. You agree with that? There's only one Thomas Jefferson. You agree with that? There was only one Henry Ford. Do you agree with that? All right. There was only one Billy Graham. Do you agree with that? Okay. How about this? Just maybe, since we did Roe versus Wade in 1973, and wrap your mind around that one. We're all made in God's image. We're not made to be murdered. We were made in His likeness. We are blessings from God. And when we see a baby like that being done in that manner, then we are being cured. Maybe a next great scientist, maybe a great doctor, maybe a great astronaut, maybe the next great president. I mean, the list goes on. But just think about that. That's all I got. That's it for the deadly sins. I'm gonna do a summary tomorrow. It'll be a short 5-minute one. And I'll see you next time. May God bless you. Like, share, get this out. And I hope I stayed on track and didn't go down too many rabbit holes tonight. See you next time.